Hi everyone, and here's the next instalment for the coaching side of things for my group. And I want to talk to you a little bit about transferable skills because we all forget what amazing people we are, and we all forget those transferable skills that teaching teaches us that we can move into other industries very easily. Also, I'd like to add there that if you are a parent, you also have a serious amount of transferable skills that you can move into other industries, which you've probably forgotten about as well. So just have a listen to these ones that are particularly useful for teachers into moving to other places. And it might be something that you could put on your CV, for example, to help you in getting another job somewhere else. So I'm just going to share my screen with you. Right, so here we are. Here is lots of different transferable skills. So some which you may have thought about already and some which you might not have. So starting from the yellow at the top, working with people. As a teacher, you will have worked with all sorts of people, whether that's colleagues that you either got on with or didn't get on with, your bosses who you might have got on with or not got on with, parents, some of whom are probably the bane of your life and some of whom really appreciate everything you do, and also the children, 30 individual children in your class who all have their individual personalities, and you've had to manage different ways of working with all of them, so what works with one person won't work with another person. So you can transfer that skill very easily to other workplaces because it's something that is a very subtle art, actually working out how to deal with different people and having to work with so many people on a daily basis. I think you take it for granted how good you are at this. And the same in the green there with the communication. So you have to communicate with email, you have to communicate with people face to face in staff meetings, you have to put your points across, you have to argue sometimes in a polite manner, and also you have to simplify things as a teacher so that other people can understand. And also sometimes you have to simplify things for parents so that they understand. So the ability to communicate effectively is something that teachers are really good at. Time management. Now, it might be that you are always listening out for a bell in your school, perhaps, and you might use that for your time management. But those deadlines and things that are always upon us in teaching, and being able to juggle a class timetable and meet leadership deadlines and do all your planning and keep everything. It's amazing that we have the ability to do this. And I've often blown by the seat of my pants on my time management, and I've been up at all hours, which I shouldn't have been working in order to meet those deadlines, but we are really good at doing it. And I've heard lots of tales of people in other professions who have come from teaching and their bosses can't believe how fantastic they are at this. And they are thinking, actually, this is much easier than when I was a teacher. I've got lots less things to do. I can manage my time really easily. But people in other professions just think you're really efficient because they're not used to people who've had to juggle so much in comparison to what they set you to do in this new organisation. So don't take it for granted that your time management will be excellent. Same with your organisation. If you're trying to get emails in from people, trying to get paperwork from people, trying to get organisation in the class, if you've got infant classes, it's that situation where you get in the morning and you've got to organise the classroom ready. You are uber organised and you forget this, and if you're a parent as well or at home and you're thinking about what all those children are doing, so you're juggling your home life and your school life, you're making your kids lunches, you're working out who's picking them up on what day, as well as all the day-to-day organisation of your school. So you are very organised, and don't forget that. You are probably more organised than a lot of people outside of the profession because you've had to be. And again, people outside the profession will be amazed at your skills. So don't worry about that one. Teamwork. Now, we are very good at working in teams, and sometimes we're quite good at biting our tongues as empathetic, nice people that we are when we get rubbed up the wrong way sometimes with working with teams. So I think we've all been there in that team that's been a little bit tricky, and we've had to develop strategies for working in that team as well. So whether your new team will be on Zoom and remote, or whether it will be in an office or a different establishment, I'm pretty sure that you'll get up to speed really quickly with working in a team. Same with work ethic. Teachers have amazing work ethic. We all do long hours and we all want to make sure we're doing the best we can. And we often put ourselves second when we do this, which gives us an amazing work ethic. So that transferable to any other organisation. They'll be very happy to have you because you are so diligent and hardworking. And you'll be thinking, actually, this is less work than I did before. And they'll be thinking, wow, isn't she great? Hasn't she, or he got an amazing work effort and ability to juggle everything with a smile on your face. So that is an excellent one as well. Of course, you're good at teaching. So many other sectors, it's also an employment opportunity. Many other sectors need trainers for various things. So you can easily put things into bite-sized chunks. You can create training packages. You can learn something in order to train others. There'll be lots of opportunities for that, whether it be training adults or children in something. And I'm sure you'll be really good at that as well. Computer skills. So in other professions, they generally use the same software, but I don't know about you, in the last few years in teaching, I've had to learn several new assessment packages. I've needed to keep up to date with like Smart Notebook. I've needed to keep up to date with Microsoft Word and the changes, and then like using the SharePoint version of Word, which is really different to normal Word. So there's been lots of adaptability in those computer skills. And when I found the snipping tool, that changed my life completely. And therefore I was able to make really good worksheets and things like that for children. And the ability to do desktop publishing and media side of things and make activity sheets, that's all transferable as well. So don't underestimate your computer skills. Attention to detail. So you know when you've made those activity sheets and you've checked it and you've checked it again and you've looked at your planning and you've checked it and you've checked it again and you've written everything on the whiteboard for the children and you see that you've got a spelling mistake and you send that child off that you know can use a dictionary to find out the spelling for you. That is all attention to detail, and you're probably, as a teacher, a bit of a perfectionist as well, and that all helps with that attention to detail that employers look for. And lastly, problem solving. So we all solve problems. Sometimes we have 100 problems to solve in, every block of 5 minutes in our classroom. We've all got automated responses to 50 different questions, which normally start with no and followed by some highfalutin explanation as to why the answer is no. But you also are very good at solving problems. So when you've got children in one corner fighting over glue sticks, or then you've got another corner, somebody else doing something else, you've got to solve that problem instantly. And also when you've got things like bigger issues with your school, like curriculum changes and timetabling. So you're adept at keeping your cool and solving that problem as it arises. Sometimes it's on the hop, and sometimes it might be a little bit more like going away and thinking about it and putting 3 or 4 options together for somebody else to have a look over. So I'm hoping that I've reminded you of some of those skills that you didn't realise you already had or forgot you already had, and maybe told you some other ones that you haven't even considered. So all of these things, when you are writing your job applications and when you are looking at other jobs that you think, oh, I really couldn't do that, but actually I think you'll be surprised at what you can bring to the table in comparison to people coming into other sectors from completely different sectors. So those transferable skills will really take you forward into whatever you want to do in your life. So I hope that was helpful, and there'll be more on the way and for different things. I'm planning to do a few slides on different career choices, and I'm also thinking about doing one on what my journey's been so far, basically. So thinking about where I've come from, how I've got to the point I'm at, and my journey. So I hope that was helpful. And of course, PM me if there's anything that you want to know specifically. And you're also welcome to come to the monthly meet. I've just put out the new invite for that. So thanks for listening, and hope that was helpful.